Imagine that it is your 21st birthday and you are standing in line at the DMV waiting to receive your brand new identification card. You smile for the camera and they take your picture. The lady behind the front desk asks you a series of questions about your appearance and then finally finishes by asking you if you want to be an organ donor. It seems like a simple question, but do you really know why or why not you are an organ donor? I remember the first time I was asked this question, and my immediate response was yes without even thinking about what it meant or why I wanted to donate my organs. Becoming an organ donor gives you the potential to open doors of the lives of others who are in need and have no other option. Today, I will be giving you some facts and information about what it means to be an organ donor, why it is so crucial to become one, and how being an organ donor can potentially help your family cope with your loss once you are deceased and no longer living. To begin, I want to give you some background information on what it means to be an organ donor. Organ donation is the action of giving one or more organs to someone else for transplantation into their body without compensation. According to the Britannica Encyclopedia, today organ donation, strictly defined, encompasses the donation and transplantation of the heart, intestines, kidneys, livers, lungs, and pancreas. Donated organs can come from the living or the deceased, and people of all ages can be qualified to donate. Documenting that you are a donor will not affect your treatment in an emergency, and the first emphasis is always to attempt to save your life. The need for transplantation is high among minorities, and the organ donor and recipient need to be genetically similar. In most cases, people are more similar to people of their own race than to people of other races. The kidney is the most commonly transplanted organ, and more than 16,000 kidney transplantations were performed in the U.S. last year. The wait for these organs can be substantial, and in February 2011, nearly 90,000 people were on the national waiting list for a kidney. Next, I would like to talk to you about why it is so important to become an organ donor if you aren't one already. More than 120,000 men, women, and children currently need life-saving organ transplants. The Office on Women's Health reported about 4,100 transplant candidates are added to the national waiting list each month. According to an article on the organ shortage crisis, the demand for organ transplantation has been rising rapidly owing to the increasing incidence of end-staging failure of many vital organs, including kidney, liver, and heart, while the supply of organs from optimal deceased donors has remained low and insufficient to meet the increasing demand. Experts say that the organs from one donor can save or help as many as 50 people. In an article from the Social Science and Medicine Journal, the rate of willingness to donate an organ is 38% among young adults in the U.S., and it is 42% in Europe. Finally, I would like to share some stories and information with you about families who have dealt with organ transplantation. Organ donation might just help your family cope with your death after knowing your death meant life for others. In a story from DonorsOne.com, 5-year-old Colin was struck by a car and suffered severe head injuries ended as a brain death. After much grieving, his family knew he was going to die and chose to donate his organs to allow something positive to come out of the situation. Colin's body provided 5 different people with a heart, liver, both kidneys, and an intestine. After the experience, his family said, knowing that 5 other lives were saved or enhanced has been a huge part of the healing process for our grief. Support from family and friends was immeasurable and incomparable, but the one single thing that has helped my heart to heal more than anything else was knowing that what Colin's gifts have done. Donation gives grieving families a chance to honor the generosity of their loved ones by respecting their wish to create good for others out of an otherwise tragic situation. It is often hard for families to make the decision for donation when their loved ones are still alive, but the patients are completely brain dead. In most cases, brain death is irreversible, and according to the Mayo Clinic, people who have agreed to organ donation are given more tests, at no charge to their families, to determine that they're truly dead than are those who haven't agreed to organ donation.